This video is brought to you by Surfshark VPN. Stay tuned for a special offer. Now and again we hear of aircraft landing at the wrong airport. Although rare, when this does happen, there's usually no harm done, save for a bit of a delay for the passengers on board. But when it's something as large as a Dreamlifter and it's just landed at a General Aviation airport, the consequences are somewhat more severe. Let's take a look back at this old incident in today's video. For residents near a small Kansas airport in November 2013, a Dreamlifter got a bit too close for comfort. The huge aircraft was flying from New York JFK to McConnell Air Force Base near Wichita, Kansas. Operated by Atlas Air, the Dreamlifter made the short journey to McConnell, but ended up touching down around 8 nautical miles away at Colonel James Jabara Airport, a small public airfield most frequently used for general aviation. Indeed, it's certainly not accustomed to welcoming in something as large as a Dreamlifter. Naturally, this impromptu touchdown was quite a shock. ATC Communications at the time of the mistake had confirmed that the Dreamlifter was not on an RNAV or GPS approach to runway 19 left at McConnell. After being cleared to land, the tower advised the crew to expect a turn-off at taxiway Delta. The response from the pilots was, "Giant 144241, we'll have to get back to you momentarily, we're not on your approach." To that, the controller responded, "Giant 4241 heavy, McConnell is 9 miles south of you." Then the penny dropped for the bemused pilots, who, realizing their mistake, reported back that they had, quote, "just landed at the other airport." So landing at the wrong airport is a pretty big mistake. Another big mistake? Using the internet without a VPN. That's where today's sponsor, Surfshark, can help. Secure your online experience with a VPN, which keeps you safe and private by encrypting everything you do online. If you're an avid cafe goer or traveler, Surfshark will help keep you safe even on unknown networks, encrypting your online data over public Wi-Fi. A Surfshark subscription protects an unlimited number of devices with over 3,200 servers in 100 countries. Connecting to a server in a different country gets past geo-blocks and government restrictions, allowing access to more websites and content than where you're physically located. For example, Pulp Fiction and Forrest Gump aren't available on Netflix in the UK like they are in the US. Additionally, you might be able to buy cheaper plane tickets. But it's more than just a VPN. A Surfshark subscription includes website safety warnings, a cookie pop-up blocker, and the ability to block malicious websites. 24/7 support and a 30-day money-back guarantee means Surfshark VPN will be one thing you won't regret trying. Get Surfshark at surfshark.deals/simpleflying and enter the promo code SIMPLEFLYING to get 83% off and 3 extra months for free. Our thanks again to Surfshark for their support. And now, back to the video. For a while, the pilots thought they were at nearby Wichita Beach Field. It took several minutes of checks and a conversation with someone on the ground before they realized the extent of their mistake. Jabara's runway is about 6,000 feet long, around half the length of McConnell's 19 left. As such, its concrete construction is not designed to take the weight of an aircraft as large as a modified 747. Therefore, the facility had to close for several hours to inspect for damage. Additionally, the optimal runway length for a 747 to take off is around 9,199 feet. However, after many technical calculations were made, the Dreamlifter managed to take off and reposition to McConnell without incident. So how did this happen? Well, Atlas Air said that some intermittent issues with the first officer's flight display during the flight made the pilots question the reliability of the automation system. Believing that the equipment was making an error, he disconnected the autopilot to make an instrument approach. On the pilot side, the main error was that the pair had not undertaken a briefing about other airports in the area, or regarding the 19 left approach lighting system, which would have helped them check they were landing in the right place. According to the pilots, at the time of the initial approach, the pilot in charge saw a brightly lit runway to the left, which he thought matched the one he was aiming for. However, it's not only the pilots who were found to be at fault. as air traffic control should have noticed the deviation and subsequently alerted the pilots to the error. In a bid to prevent the same situation from happening again, Atlas Air has implemented a rule that pilots must stay on an instrument approach even in good visibility until they have passed the final approach fix. What's your reaction to the incident? Let us know by leaving a comment. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.